right. Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here joined with Frank the Ghost Martin, who makes his ring return December 6th on Prime Video. And you're going to be taking on a two-division world champion, Rancis Barthélemy. The boxing streets, they've been asking for Frank Martin for a long time. I know some of this has been out of your control, so it would have been perfect for it to be lined up in October because of the Ghost. But how do you feel about being on this particular card out in Texas with a whole bunch of awesome fights?
Man, this I feel like it played out perfect. This better. And then too, just switching it up, not fighting in Vegas, fighting in Texas is cool too. A
Hmm.
lot of people here to come out to the fight and support. Give more people here a chance to drive out and see the fight. Some people can't go to Vegas. So it just get at like I feel like a lot more people be tuned in to the fight that's in San Antonio.
I know not you're not born and raised in Texas, but do you feel like it's like almost like another home that you get a
Yeah,
big part of your friends and the community to come to
yeah,
see you?
yeah. I get a lot of love in Texas. Yeah, I
Hmm.
definitely get a lot of love. So it'd be I fought out here before I fought out here what once shit around COVID, so now I done kind of been out here for a while, got myself out here a little bit, so now people definitely be tuned in whenever I fight out here.
Hmm.
So, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm asked so much of like nerdy boxing stuff, but I'm genuinely interested because like for the most time, I've been always told like inactivity, right? Like 9 times out of 10, inactivity can play a factor of performances. But when I've talked to guys like Terrence or even heard Floyd, talk about resting period, like it's actually done them more good than harm, right? So in this sense, how do you feel that, this break that you've had, which I know that you were scheduled earlier throughout this year, but was this something that you felt was beneficial, especially moving up in weight?
Uh, I mean, I could sit and say it's beneficial, just because of the long layoff and all that, but it ain't something that I wanted to do. It
Hmm.
ain't I didn't want to sit out for almost 2 years, and not be active, because even before the Tank fight, like before I even fought Tank, I was inactive for a year. A
Hmm.
lot of people don't know that. A lot of people I think I just fought Tank and was just trying to, get just trying to chill and not be active, but I want to be active. I feel like when you are active, you able to sharpen up a little more. Cause
Hmm.
like if you fighting every 4 months or every five, whatever, like you got enough time to work on certain things that you could have worked on the fight prior. You get more time to be sharper. Not saying that the layoff won't have you sharp, but being out the ring sometime can have you forget certain things a little bit that you may have remembered the fight before, but so like you got such a long layoff that
Hmm.
you can't work on certain things or whatever like constantly. So, it could do you good and it can do you bad depending on you.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna be all right when I get
Yeah.
back in there.
Yeah. Every time I randomly see you somewhere, you're never out of shape. You're never one of those fighters where I'm like, Frank blows up here and it's like you're always in shape. And so with that, this new weight class, I mean, does it feel like the shape that you're in, does it feel comfortable? That extra 5 pounds, did it really change a lot of how you've been able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
train?
yeah. Yeah, man, that extra 5 pounds tough. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you losing it, an extra 3 to 4 pounds. A lot of fighters know this. That last 3, 4 pounds, the hardest. So that extra five, good. Feel like I'm gonna be a lot stronger. A lot more comfortable at the weight. So I feel like 140 gonna be good for me. Like I'm gonna be solid at 140.
And what's interesting is that when you were at 135, it seemed like all the names was there, right? And then you go up to 140, so does everybody else. So it doesn't really feel like anything's lost. If anything, it seems like it's like a combination. And
Yeah.
granted, I think you did an interview recently with us out in Texas, and you got a response out of Richardson Hitchins. I don't know if you saw when you said that you called him out. He kind of acknowledged it and saw it. I mean, he pretty much said Frank woke up from his nap and started calling my name, bruh. But it already like boxing promotion's already there. Like he saw it and the jokes are there, but Is
It's
that?
it's
Go ahead.
it's cool, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of jokes that be out there. It's a lot of that, you know. Man, one thing, it's a lot of that shit that goes on. You know, one thing that I can say about me and about them guys, majority of them champions ain't never went and fought a a real top dog type of champion to become a champion. That's what
Mhm.
that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I went big on big, you know, my first world title. So, you know, who you fight for his world title?
Uh, Essentially, he was fighting. He fought Cambosos recently, and then before that, he fought Gustavos Lemos. So he
Oh,
was gonna fight Matias, but then he ended up fighting Paro. So it was really kind of that situation where he was in line for Matias. Paro beat him, he beat him, and then defended with Cambosos. So that was his lineup.
yeah. More love, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these fighters, you know, they want to have all the jokes and shit. I'm here to fight, you know. As we know, I accept tough fights, you know. Even like this Rance's fight. Like Rance's not a easy just walk over type of opponent. You know what I'm saying? Rance's is a fight, you know, and he's an aqua fighter. So even with accepting this fight, you know, a lot of them guys ain't fighting nobody. They ain't even fighting like, and people can say I ain't fighting nobody. That's cool. But I'm into fighting. So if I call somebody out like I called Richardson Hitchins out, like that shit be real. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanna crack jokes and this and that. We either, you know what I'm saying? You drop your nuts and you be like, let's go, or you know what I'm saying, or leave it where it's at, you know what I'm saying? But that's he is a guy that I would like to fight, you know what I'm saying? I would like to go take his belt from him, you know. So
Mhm.
whenever if he you know, he get his fight in, and if we're able to make something like that happen, I love that fight. You know, and it ain't no disrespect to him. You're a champion. You know who don't want to fight a champion. You know, I think I will beat him. You know, so why wouldn't I say yeah? I want to go fight him. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Stop these fighters be so goddamn tender when a fighter say something about him it ain't a disrespect thing. It's just like a you know what I'm saying? You got a belt. I want that. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let's make something happen. And, you know, if you him, let's make something happen and let's fight for the belt. Or if both sides are able to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? That's a fight that I'm with 100%.
What do you think about the main event on the card you're in? Because essentially that's a big profile fight that people right after that night they're gonna go see the performance of your fight with Rancis, and then they're gonna immediately compare with Frank and
That's
Pitbull.
That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all got we all got the same opponent in common. You know what I'm saying? And everybody could see like how Lamont did against him, how Lamont did against Pitbull, and then like say the winner out of them. I love to get the winner out of Pitbull or Roach. You know, we at the same weight class. It's probably set up like that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, after the fight, I wouldn't mind, getting on the mic and asking for Roach or Pitbull, the winner out of those two. Those both two good fights, you know. So
Mhm. I know you're just a fan. You typically don't like doing predictions, but do you lean a certain way in that sense of who wins, or is it a tough fight to call?
um, man, I just think that mm, it's a good fight. I ain't gonna. It's a tough fight, man. That's a tough fight. They ain't no easy fight for you know what I'm saying? That ain't no easy fight for Roach. Everybody looking he did his motherfucking thing against Tank. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take that from me. He was sharp as shit. He was on point. You know what I'm saying? This is a different style.
Mhm.
It's a different style. I feel like he training for the style, but Pitbull, his style just a tough style for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get through, but it's just one of them styles where it's just gonna be a tough fight for anybody.
Mhm. So my last set of questions is just kind of revisiting the Keyshawn thing. I know
Mhm.
that it's a fight that has to happen. You know, he's moved
Yeah,
up. When I spoke to him in Norfolk, he didn't really seem interested, but at this point, it's a fight that, regardless if he feels disinterested in, all the fight fans think it makes sense. So I
yeah.
mean, just an update, like he's entering
That
140.
yeah, he had 140. That fight still. a fight that's on the floor. You know what I'm saying, man? My biggest thing right now, because a lot of these fighters gonna do what these lame ass fighters do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna sit up and say, they're gonna have a joke to say about, you know what I'm saying, my last fight with me taking a loss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get myself back where I need to be, get
Hmm.
back on top, right? So once I'm all the way back where I need to be, it ain't gonna motherfucker ain't gonna be able to say, ain't gonna have no joke or this and that, because I'm gonna be right in the position I need to be in to take whatever they got, you know. So that fight, you know, he may say the fight don't make sense right now because me taking the loss or whatever, but it's cool. I'm gonna get myself right back where I need to be in the mix, and I'm gonna give me another big fight, give me a belt, and when I do that, you know, we could make something happen.
Yeah. And, boxing's fickle, right? So what have you done for me lately? Back and forth. It's
Man,
a pendulum swing. So, with that, I guess my final question is, I'm surprised no one like framed the questions to you when you were at that fight recently when Virgil stopped Lubin in two. You were like excellent when you guys fought in the amateurs, you and Virgil. You've actually dropped him. I know things are different, amateurs, pros, and you both evolved a lot, but just for someone who's been in the ring with him, and it seems like the big super fight, it seems like they're trying to match Virgil with Jaron Ennis. I mean, what's your insight? Do you see something where the fight plays where I think a lot of people favor Drawn for certain reasons, and just like how certain people favor Virgil for certain reasons? Do you follow those narratives? Like Boots is the boxer, he can outbox him, or Virgil's pressure be too much? And I mean, how do you, I guess, look at it since you were able to get a victory over Virgil in the amateurs?
I mean, that's the amateurs. We ain't gonna count that because he a better fighter and stuff. But I think that I just it's one of them fights, man. It's one of them. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
It's one of them fights where, God damn, it's one of them fights, man. Ennis can box. You know, he could box. He could do a lot of stuff. And then you got Virgil. You got Virgil. He a puncher. You know, Ennis, he got real good offense, and you know he got some defense on him too. But I just think that Virgil was hitting a lot. He hitting a lot heavier than the guys that he done fought. You know, so we know Jerron can take a punch, but I just don't think that he been hit clean by a puncher like Virgil. So I think that fight gonna be like an explosive fight. I see it. I see. I could see either one of them like dropping each other. But I said if that don't happen, I see it going like 12 rounds, but a close like a dog fight.
I know people talk about competition, right? No names, and they're trying to compare resume, but when you went to the pros and you jumped up in competition, did it really change and raise your game like dramatically for each fight? Or is it really a style situation? And plus like what you are doing as a fighter more than just who you're fighting on a level
It's
up.
It's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of both. You know, a lot sometimes people match certain fighters up against styles that they go good against. You know, and then you got some fighters like in the beginning when I first started, you know, even like the second guy I fought, like guys might have had losses. Guys might have had losses, but some of them guys was actually tough. You know, people just look at them wins and losses. You got to look at like who did that guy. If he got a record that's 5-12, who was the guys that he lost to? You know, did he fight all top guys? You know, to get there. You know, so some guys are tough even if they got losing records, but these people be so blind to uh these people be so blind to them records that it's crazy. When I came up, far as like when I first got with PBC, I felt like I was fighting guys early, really that was like a little tough, you know. Not no easy fights. I don't feel like no fights that I had was matched for my style, like or they stylistically matched it because it's a style that I do good against.
Hmm.
You know, you got some guys that they match certain styles because they know they gotta do good against that style.
Hmm.
You know, and but that Virgil and that Boots fight, both of them motherfuckers can fight. They both
Hmm.
got two different styles, but they both like high level at the styles that they got. So I don't see one of them outclassing the other. I don't see it.
All right, well, awesome. Look, man, Frank, I'm looking forward to coming down to Texas and seeing you fight up close. It's been a while. And for the fight fans that is, tuning in on Prime Video on December 6th, pay-per-view on a stack loaded card. Everyone's been waiting for the Ghost to come back. What do you want to tell the fight fans that San Antonio will be tuning in on Amazon?
Man, I'm back, y'all. December 6th. I appreciate the wait, y'all. Just know I'm back. I'm gonna put on a good performance. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be back and show y'all what I've been working on. I got some tricks in the bag. I'm gonna let out come fight night. Y'all gonna see a different version of me come December 6th. So, and I ain't just saying that. That's what everybody say. But y'all gonna see like off the bat, like just my style when it comes to my fighting style. Y'all gonna be like, okay, where this been at, But I'm gonna bring it out December 6th, man. So just be tuned in, and I'm excited to show y'all what I've been working on.